Hi everybody, it's Such a Warmonger and you're watching 3 vs 3 Kingdom of Heaven. This is an attackers versus defenders scenario. This is part of my High Medieval Warfare series. And spotting in the south, we've got Dominik in blue, playing as the Saracens, Saint Masturbin and Cyan playing as the Persians, and PendragoN in green playing as the Saracens. So you've got the Ayyubids attacking from the south. In gray, defending, we got the Eastern Romans, dirtymedic playing as the Byzantines. In orange, myself, Such a Warmonger, also the Byzantines, and in red, Tactical Doll TMP playing as the Romans. So the attackers have spawned from the south. This is significant because actually, at least in the recent versions of the game, actually since I created the choice to pick where you spawn, the defenders have never won when defending against a southern spawn. Here to help me cast today, I've got a special guest, my wife, BoomBaby. Say hello.
Hello everybody. Just exciting, so we're gonna watch them. They spawn from the south and they're gonna attack from that area. It looks like there's a lot of places to enter the city. And I haven't played this map, right? So I want everyone to know that.
Yeah.
That I haven't personally played.
So, BoomBaby was there in the beginning. So, this is obviously inspired by Kingdom of Heaven, the movie, which came out, I don't remember when, 2007, 2008 maybe. But in 2011, when I first moved to the US, I didn't have a very good computer, so what I did play was the original Age of Empires. Even played not HD, but just the original AoE 2. And in that version, I was inspired to make a map about defending Jerusalem. And it was completely different from, well, obviously it couldn't be completely different because it was sort of the shape of Jerusalem, and you know, the Dome of the Rock is in the same place, and the Church of the Holy Sepulchre is in the same place, etc. But it wasn't very historically accurate. It was kind of like, just imagine the old Age of Empires 2 trying to have something like this. It's just very different.
There were a lot more horses in that map though, because I put them there.
Yeah, actually BoomBaby helped me make that original version. We had this beautiful garden in Mount Zion. It was actually her favorite part of the map to edit, aside from a random stables over in this area with pretty horses, because you like horses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, BoomBaby's into horses. And yeah, we used to play a lot of Age of Empires together, StarCraft, Brood War together, even some ranked laddering 2v2 in StarCraft 2.
We did.
We made a pretty good team. Anyway, so what happened here is I decided the plan of defense was to hold Mount Zion for as long as possible. Of course, that means sending some of my bills here to try to create stake barricades. The reason I want to hold this hill is you can see it right here with my long-range archers, foot archers. They can harass anything around this hill. So Pendragon's in trouble. Let's resume within the game, because it's actually better to cast from inside the game, in my opinion. So this is what PendragoN can see. He is being harassed. He lost a few villagers already, and he's gonna try to do something about it against these inaccurate 26 range foot archers. So he's making a push against the stake barricades. I do start repairing them to try to block his attack. And I've got the support of TMP, who also has a lot of foot archers as well. They're using the attack ground capability. But even though they're inaccurate, anything they hit is still effective. So in the attack dispersion in the box about this big, if you follow my cursor, inaccurate shots still fall within this box. And you can see that the Pendragon already lost 1% morale just from losing that engagement.
So it looks like, are you supposed to... I'm looking at the morale, which is that defenders have 100%, the attackers have a 99%. Is that one of the winning points of the game, to lower morale to a certain point?
That's a very good question, BoomBaby. So, what happens is the attackers have 45 minutes to try to bring defender morale down to 0%. So you can see that the 1 minute in real life is 1 hour in the game. So these are real life minutes over here. So they're not these in-game minutes at the very top where my cursor is. This is actually 45 minutes in the game. So if the attackers are not able to bring defender morale down to 0, they lose. The way the defenders can win is last 45 minutes without losing, or, when this is a rarer case, bring the attackers down to 0% morale. But that's difficult to do.
It looks like Pendragon's getting haunted by attacked by your people there.
Yes, yes. This is why I wanted to hold the hill. I asked my allies, because we're all in voice chat, okay? If you're gonna play this game, it really helps being on Discord or some sort of a voice chat system so that you can communicate with your allies. So both teams, the defenders and the attackers, are on Discord and having team chats. This is a very team-oriented game. So I'm talking to TMP right now, telling him that we need to control this hill for as long as possible to Mount Zion. And you can see the power it gives us, especially if you set up some stake barricades here to block attacks. Basically, Pendragon, who hasn't played in a long time, so I don't think he's aware of the power of this hill. With 26 range, we are just destroying so much of his wood that he's gathered. So it's harder in this version to gather wood. And that's why Pendragon is trying to use his battering ram. In certain cases, he can two-shot these stake barricades. And he's going to try to push through. He's making an attack to try to take Mount Zion back. Okay, so he has pushed through, and now the battering ram is taking down more of these stake barricades. The spearmen are here to defend. So now spearmen do have 0.4 range. But in small numbers, they don't win against Levy swordsmen. In fact, up here in the north, you can see that Pendragon has medium infantry. And the specialty of medium infantry is against Levy units. So TMP's men are dying immediately. It's very easy to take them out. But now I've got the way you use spearmen in the defensive position is you set them on stand ground. And you can see that because of their 0.4 range, that many of them can attack at the same time. So they're very good at holding small choke points.
Well, I was going to say, are the only defensive, like, some of those spiky things called, technical...
Stake barricades.
Stake barricades, thank you. I didn't know about that. Ooh, it's turning into nighttime. But anyway, the stake barricades are the only things you can build if you're defending.
Yes, as a defender, the villagers can only build their mule carts for gathering resources and stake barricades. It takes longer for defenders to make stake barricades than the attackers.
Okay.
And so, if you haven't noticed, it's already nighttime, so nighttime comes at 9 p.m. You already know that 1 hour in the game is 1 minute in real life. So nighttime lasts until 5 a.m., so that's basically 8 minutes in real life of nighttime. And at nighttime, your vision is significantly reduced. And you cannot see your allies. And that's another reason that you're gonna want to be on voice chat or be really good at typing commands and things because you can't see your allies. Oh my god, look at all of Pendragon's men just dying. That was a massacre. But anyway, you want to be able to communicate if you're in trouble, if you're under attack. You want to know what's going on. So now we have Tactical Doll TMP. As the Eastern Romans is able to select his vanguard, and he has decided to pick the Varangoi, which are basically the Varangian Guard.
Yes, I know all about them from Vikings Valhalla, so yes.
Oh yes.
I'm pretty well versed in I'm just kidding. I'm not well versed in that at all.
Okay, here comes the charge. So TMP is charging, immediately destroying a whole bunch of at least one battering ram right away, and then I'm charging as well with some of my other units. So all of Pendragon's battering rams immediately die.
Uh-oh, looks like they're...
He didn't see this coming because it's nighttime and your vision is lower. And there's even support from TMP with archers. But oh no. Oh no. So this is a lot of gold and food from myself. And I was, unfortunately, thought there was an escape route over here. There is not. And all of this food and gold was trapped.
This is where I make the joke that you made the map. That's okay.
Yes.
Sorry.
I forgot that this is not actually passable. And all of my units basically trap themselves. So you can see Pendragon is taunting me because he knows how painful this is for me, losing this much food and gold. And not to mention training time as well. It takes a long time to gather this many medium cavalry. And this was a huge loss on my part. But I do have my revenge. I do spot some of Dominik's woodcutters. I do notice that they are guarded by some spearmen and swordsmen. And so these light cavalry are not enough to take them out. But knowing that, I have my own irreplaceable elite heavy cavalry coming to save. So I could have chosen some Varangian guard myself. But I decided to bring in the Cataphractoi.
Why did you choose them over the Varangian guard?
So it's just a personal preference. Sometimes I'll pick the Varangian guard, but this time I kind of figured I'm going to want to use the ability of the Cataphractos. They cannot charge like other cavalry, but they do have the ability to switch to range mode. So they can shoot arrows. And that can be very useful for harassment or even defense against units. These are the last of my medium infantry dying out here. Very unfortunate for me. Very good for the attackers, but I am riding down, killing all
innocent
of these
villagers.
Innocent villagers. They're here to destroy and capture Jerusalem, and we are the Eastern Roman Empire trying to defend it.
Sounds about right.
From the Ayyubids. This is not historical.
Well, I mean... Yeah.
But it is fun. I wanted it to be like kind of like StarCraft where you have 3 races, you know, to give some variety. I thought it would be boring if you can only just choose Ayyubid.
I think we had that conversation one time, and I said that you can't limit it to just historical accurate civs because people might get bored.
Yeah, you're right.
Amron?
So here's Dominik. I'm looking. He's trying to sneak his villagers away.
Let's go. I'm on Team Dominik here. I feel like you're being.
What's going on here? Okay.
So if you are attacking, can you build anything? Like, can you build...
Wait. Dominik is caught by some spearmen. He thought he could maybe get past, but at nighttime you can't really see where you're going.
What's that?
And he ran right into a bunch of spearmen and villagers.
So would it have been better for him to do that during the daytime?
I'm not actually sure. It really depends on you.
So can attackers build any other buildings?
Oh, attackers can build all sorts of things. So, so the attackers, the way they make siege equipment is they actually have to construct it in the field. So you can see that Dominik right now is building his trebuchets. The villagers have to build them on the field. So you build trebuchets, siege towers, battering rams, and mangonels. But the trebuchets and mangonels take stone, and stone is finite. You're only given certain amounts of stone throughout the day. So if you look at the stone, PendragoN and Saint Masturbin have not spent their stone yet. But Dominik has. So it looks like Dominik is getting ready to make 4 trebuchets.
Wow.
So it's 200 stone each. This is why he only has 100 stone left.
So this might be a silly question, but can you, as a defender, see what they're doing?
No, so if you look at so because you cannot see your allies, and vision is reduced, so this is what I see, right?
You don't see all the trebuchets being built.
No,
even at the
no.
daytime, you don't see that?
No, you have to have vision of it. So this is what Tactical Doll, this is what TMP can see, right? And this is what dirtymedic can see.
Oh wow! So you do need to communicate with
this
each
is
other.
all of the what we can't
couldn't
see.
The siege towers are coming in. Cool.
Yes. So Looks like Dominik is setting up to send some siege towers forward. And I got some my cataphractoi, because it's plural. I think cataphractos is singular. So I got my cataphractoi together with their general. Let's take a look at it from my perspective. Here's what I can see. I was hoping to catch some woodcutters off guard here, but it looks like Dominik has already prioritized cutting the wood over here. So I don't see any wood. Oh no! Actually, it's just because I haven't scouted it yet.
So are you doing this because you don't want him to attack from other places? Or are you doing this just to keep him from building other things? Is that...
So the strategy here is twofold. Number one is I wanted to catch any woodcutters off guard and kill them. Number two is I know that my cataphractoi can switch to range mode, so that's what I'm doing now. Now I can't see this target directly, but I'm using the attack ground capability and their 24 range to just start harassing the enemy. So you can see the effect my cataphractoi are having against this. But right now the main story is that Dominik has sent men over the walls, so your allies can use your siege towers as well. So if your allies send their men into these siege towers, they automatically pop out, and that's what Saint Masturbin is doing. So this is the initial attack from the attackers. They are sending the siege towers towards the postern of the Tanners sector of Jerusalem. And they're trying to flood over. Now you have to be careful. If you don't have powerful units here, it can actually go against you. But Dominik does have a lot of medium infantry here, which do, as I say again, medium infantry do really well against levy units. And I see a whole bunch of archers caught off guard. And now we're going to see the attackers maybe gain some morale from killing a lot of units. Well, we'll see, because now TMP is sending his Varangoi. His Varangian guard have arrived. And these are even more powerful. So they're more powerful than medium infantry. They are elite infantry. And you can see that TMP is using the shield wall ability, which slows down your movement speed significantly, but gives you an extra 2 range block attacks. So normally units with shield, foot infantry with shields normally that are like medium can block 3 range attacks, but when you're in shield wall mode, you can block 5. So they're doing not bad against these archers from Dominik.
Is there friendly fire in this? Like, can you hurt your own allies?
That's right. So because you already know that these archers are inaccurate, so any arrows falling near the and hitting their own men will actually hit your allies' men, and they will hit your own men.
Okay, so what's the strategy there then? I guess just watch out. You have to have good micro, or just...
Yeah, you have to have good micro. So let's say that you're having a battle in the choke point such as this, and then you have TMP with his archers over here. What I would do is, if I have units over here, what he actually does, I would, and the box is about this big, I would, where my cursor is, that's where I would attack ground. So most missed shots would just land in this box where my cursor is making a little box. That is what I would do. So like anything over here, and that's what he's doing. He's got his units on attack ground, so anything over here is getting hit. Now PendragoN has to be careful because he has his general over here. The general can block a lot of range attacks, but you know, he has to be careful. Thankfully he's right by the gate, and the gate is actually blocking range attacks for him, so he's relatively safe. So the attackers are sending more. I'm not sure if Dominik lost his medium infantry to that attack from the Barangoi. But in the meantime, we've got myself, elite heavy cavalry versus elite heavy cavalry, but the difference being that Ayabit elite heavy cavalry have the ability to charge, so they did have the advantage over here, and now I'm pulling my elite heavy cavalry back. Now if you've seen my previous videos, you have to know that both of these groups are irreplaceable. So if blue loses anybody, so if Dominik loses anybody, any of these cavalry, he cannot replace them. Same with me. If I lose any of these guys, I can't replace them. And as far as TMP goes, if he loses these Varangos, he cannot replace them. So they are your vanguard. You have to care about these guys.
So was your thinking in designing that to make it more fair so people can't dominate by regenerating these really strong units?
Yes, actually that was the thinking. So now these guys are especially strong because they even have like a 5 regeneration rate compared to units that don't even have regeneration. I mean, they do regenerate, but like very slowly compared to those guys. So I wanted you to care about some of these units. So as a player, if you know that you cannot replace these units, you're gonna hopefully use them wisely because they are your vanguard. They're your general's bodyguard, whatever.
I see a few, what are they called?
Yes. So you can see that TMP is making a charge here. It looks like, oh well, maybe he didn't charge. Maybe he already charged. But he's using his, these are his heavy cavalry. So they're not elite heavy cavalry because he didn't choose elite heavy cavalry. He chose, this is something unique to the Eastern Romans. They can choose between elite heavy cavalry and elite infantry. So because he chose elite infantry, he doesn't get the elite heavy cavalry. But he is making a lot of heavy cavalry. But the nice thing that TMP is doing is he's trained some monks from the monuments. Oh my god, what's happening here?
That's intense, whatever's happening there.
So this could be a mistake from TMP. His balling up his Varangai, and even though, oh my god. So they have less surface area to fight in. Also, they're kind of glitching out. They're not all fighting. They are surrounded. I'm trying to save them with my own medium cavalry, but I noticed that there's a little too many. Medium cavalry aren't as good against spearmen as heavy cavalry are. So these are the heavy cavalry. And TMP is doing a good job healing his own heavy cavalry with monks. But TMP, he has lost. So you have a maximum of 30 of these elite infantry. He's already lost 10, and you cannot replace these guys. Meanwhile, TMP is having an archer battle with Dominik. Dominik is losing, and he's pulling back because he only has 16 archers left against these 23. TMP is doing a good job. He's switching back to shield wall mode to block sharp. This could be a mistake. He has sealed himself inside, and this. I'm not sure he can save these guys. So he might want to save them with the Lancers? Oh my god. I don't know. We'll see.
Looks like we're gonna lose our power.
But I am using my own elite heavy cavalry, the Cataphractoid, to switch the range mode because I want to save. I tried my best to help. Because it looks like they were just surrounded. They're just surrounded by weak units. So even though they can kill weak units easily, there were just too many. There were a lot. There were only 20.
That was like a sea of weak units.
That was a sea of weak units, and now TMP has lost all of his elite infantry. The Varangai, the Varangian Guard, the bodyguard of the Emperor himself, have fallen.
So you can capture points, right? Like so that. You are attacking, you can go in and capture certain points.
Yes, that's true. If you notice that this tower used to be under my control, but 15 infantry, if there are no enemy units, actually these outer walls, if there's no enemy infantry as well, enemy melee infantry, then they will capture the point. So they did capture the Possum of the Tanners, so this is actually fighting for the attackers now. But you can notice that Dominik is still sieging the Possum of the Tanners. That is something you can do. So with the power of attack down, your trebuchets can still kill your own tower. And this is wise. I would be doing the same thing as Dominik is doing.
Is that to open up the space to what?
Yes, it is to open up the space because if it was me, and this is what Dominik is thinking as well, is I would like a permanent hole where even cavalry can come into the city.
Like you're saying right now.
Yes. So now the Possum of the Tanners has fallen. There's the announcement. There's the ping. And now even cavalry can come in. So now you're not as reliant on siege towers. They are still helpful. But now units can flood through this breach.
We talked earlier about entrances. You don't have to, if you're attacked, you can attack multiple points, right? Not just this point.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the game, when you select your market as an attacker, you can decide to attack to the north, south, east, or west. No matter what point you decide to spawn in, you're always free to attack from any point. You have your villagers. You can make your levy tents or any other kind of like unit producing tents anywhere you want. You can see that dirtymedic is having an archer battle against Saint Masturbin's archers, and he's winning. But Saint Masturbin is actually able to push all of these units back, so we've kind of lost this whole postern of the Tanner's area. Unfortunately, PendragoN is attacking the castle with levy units. He's not going to win this. Just look at that 20,000 HP. The Saint Masturbin is headed towards the Cyan Gate, which PendragoN is actually also trying to attack. But with just levy units. So you have to be careful. Because when you lose units, it can affect your morale. So you can see that if you see that the attacker's morale is going down, even without points being recaptured, it's because the kill-death ratio of the defenders are able to kill more than the attackers.
Yeah, the defenders are 100% right now, right? Morale, so that's pretty high.
Yes, the defenders are at extremely high morale.
And you said that the only ways for the attackers to win would be to get the defenders' morale at 0, or to... What was the other way?
For the attackers have to bring defender morale down.
Oh, that's the only way.
Choice. That's the only way to win as an attacker.
And we have about 18 real-world minutes left.
Yes. So the defenders were able to waste 27 minutes of the whole game.
That's pretty good. That's 100%.
Yes.
Morale.
27 minutes have passed. This is way past the middle point. And the defenders were able to still hold on to their morale. Attackers' morale is going down slowly just from losing units. So if we look at the kill-death ratio right now, over here on the bottom of the screen, you can see that PendragoN has lost 754 and counting units and only killed 321. So that's affecting morale significantly. I think he's relying on levy units a little too much.
Has PendragoN played this since you changed the map a little bit and changed elevation and all that?
PendragoN has not played this in a long time, so this is the first time PendragoN has played in, I would say, months.
So then that's probably part of the reason why he's losing so many troops.
Yes. PendragoN is losing a lot of troops. He's fighting uphill as well. He's trying to take Mount Zion back, but we've got a whole bunch of units here. But Dominik is deciding to try to help with his medium units, because we know that medium units are good against levy units. But I do have my spearmen in stand ground mode. Now you can see multiple spearmen attacking at the same time because of their 0.4 range. Thankfully for Dominik, these Ghulams do have pretty good armor. They have better armor, so they will be able to take these spearmen out, even though they're in a good position. So Dominik is using the advantage, the power of medium infantry to his advantage. And you see that we're having a little bit of a villager battle here from Tactical Call, who is surrounded by villagers, but Dominik is so distracted that he was only able to kill one before going back and putting his attention back into this area. And so, these villagers, who could easily kill these two, are gonna die. And now I do send my own light cavalry here to try to help clean up as well. And now, because of the revelation, we have a ping over here. We know that there are trebuchets here in flame shot mode that are trying to take the Zion Gate down. Now, the thing about flame shot mode is when you are in flame shot mode, you do see where the trebuchets are. So, well, at nighttime actually. I'm not sure. Let's see. If you see the animation of these trebuchets firing, yeah, it's only at nighttime that you see it. So now, the thing about flame shot is that even though they're visible at night, they do have bonus damage against gates. But and they have a slightly higher blast width. So any stray shots, let's say a stray shot goes here and there's a whole bunch of infantry here, they have a slightly higher blast width, so they're better against units. And they have better damage against gates, but they do lower damage against your average wall or tower or defensive structure.
Is that a setting you choose, or can you choose to... Is that something that all trebuchets have in this game? Fire shot? Or is that...
Yes, yes. So, if in the vanilla game you have a Ratha, and there's a button over here in the bottom right, where you can switch unit modes. So if a trebuchet switches its unit mode, it can switch between flame shot and regular shot. Regular shot is better against walls, towers, strong points like Bastion Balaks. So now we have another set of siege towers helping, because we know that the breach is well covered by dirtymedic and tactical doll TMP, with archer support over here in the back. And so, once again, the attackers have to rely on siege towers to help have a better surface area for their units to fight at. And so it's working. So like, even though you have an opening here, it's still good. It's still a good idea to have siege towers help your attack. The siege towers are useful because fortified walls have such high armor and such high HP that it takes too long to just try to make a big enough opening.
Can they be blocked by like troops in siege towers? Like, is it hard to dock? It looked like Dominik was a little having a hard time.
Yes, and in fact there's a part I missed in the battle earlier where PendragoN was trying to put siege towers here, and then I blocked it with a bunch of spearmen.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. So you knew to do that. That was your strategy.
Yes, yes.
Docking.
Nighttime is coming. It's 8 p.m. and you can see the mood is changing. And now here comes Tactical Doll TMP. Taking out the siege towers. I said that was so useful because they were left undefended, and the flank. This is a great flank from TMP. This is a great moment to try to stop the attackers from having such an easy time coming into the city.
That might be a pivotal reason, pivotal like point, that decision to destroy those siege towers. Because if he didn't do that, that would keep the city open, right?
By the way, yes, you're right. By the way, this is what I was talking about. So this is what Tactical Dolls can see, and this is what I can see. But at nighttime, you can actually see, like literally see, enemy trebuchets and flame shot firing, and even their projectiles.
Oh wow, look at that. That's really cool.
So because it's nighttime, their flaming projectiles are visible, and they're visible as well. So you can spot where they are.
I think you talked to me about this, how excited you were that you got it to look like that at nighttime.
Yes, yes. So Tactical Doll TMP, he knows that the trebuchets are there as well, so he's gunning for them. Let's see if he can get to them.
Oh no. He doesn't see any of those infantry, does he?
No, because it's nighttime. Your vision is lower.
No.
He tried to break off a few units. Let's see if he can take out at least one trebuchet with flame shot.
It's stressing me out.
No, what happened?
He ran away.
Oh, he switched the charge.
What does that mean?
He didn't wait for the white bar to go, so he just did normal damage. And then when you just do normal damage, then you can't continue the charge, unfortunately. So that almost worked. If he waited for the white bar to fill up, he would have insta-killed the trebuchet right there and then. But he might as well have just kept normal mode, because I think he would have just killed the trebuchet outright.
Maybe. That's kind of like F move in Vermintide then.
Yes.
You have to hold it down, and if you make a mistake... Ugh, I've been there.
But here's my own attack. So here, I destroyed a bunch of stake barricades. You have to be careful trying to just use these weak stake barricades to protect your walls. These are much stronger, the palisade walls. So I easily destroyed these stake barricades, and now I'm gunning for the trebuchets myself. Unfortunately, I didn't really ask TMP what was guarding the trebuchets. So I don't know what's over here. I'm just running blindly.
Was there a reason why you didn't ask him?
No, I was just so focused. I thought this was such a brilliant move. So here I have 22.
Sorry. Oh no, you're gonna be attacked by.
So I noticed that there's a charge coming from Kasaki.
Oh, good.
So both sides are charging each other, and I'm hoping I at least am able to like take some of these down. So I do take a couple down,
Yeah.
I think.
That was a brilliant move on your part.
But now I'm running into like 2 groups of elite heavy cavalry and a whole lot of medium infantry and a whole lot of spearmen. And just like earlier in the game, right here outside of Mount Zion, I lose another huge set of food and gold trying to take these trebuchets out.
That's a testament to your map building to have all these like blind spots in place too. You know.
Yes. Fortunately, at night, if you're riding blind, you don't know what you're riding into.
Well, this reminds you of your game, the Dracula game that you designed for it was nighttime, and you could get attacked.
Yes, what BoomBaby is talking about is I used to have this, actually I still have it, a Dracula game where at nighttime, you're basically Dracula, one player is Dracula trying to hide from the other players. But you know who's taking advantage of nighttime? Is the attackers, so I can't see what's happening over here because of nighttime. And Tactical Doll can't see what's happening over here, but if you turn all visible mode on, you can see that they're walking through the streets undetected.
Oh boy.
Salve.
Even Pendragon has a whole bunch of levy units supported by medium infantry as well, trying to take the Syrian exchange.
Is that why the defenders' morale dropped to 85%?
I think so. The defenders' morale dropped to 85%. I'm actually not... I think it might have been losing all that cavalry. It was part of it.
That was your fault.
It could be my fault.
No, I don't know. I just noticed. Now it's at 80%, and the attackers actually have an 82% morale.
Yeah, the attackers, possibly for the first time in the game, have overtaken the defenders in morale, and now they're actually exactly the same.
See, that's good game design there. Good job.
It's a seesaw. It's definitely a seesaw.
It's fun to watch.
But I've got my general here providing me with vision. So if you look at my general, because he can see at night, he's very useful in these situations, especially in taking out infantry. And I catch some of Pendragon's elite heavy cavalry off guard, and I'm trying my best to fight in these streets, the mean streets of Jerusalem.
They're definitely mean. Like, look at all these battles, mini battles happening.
But the Zion Gate has been destroyed, and we're trying to defend it. In fact, the attackers were able to capture it at one point, but we definitely flooded back in. Here comes Pendragon with another mass of .4 range spearmen trying to come into the fray. But unfortunately, we've got our own spearmen. Oh, actually, there's a sandwich. We're under attack from 2 sides, so I'm not sure if this is going to work. Some of these units aren't even fighting, so I think this might actually work. We'll see, because TMP does have some heavy cavalry defending here as well. This is what I can see.
So if I play this game with you sometime, I'm gonna have to know I'm not good at knowing which troops do what. So if you pick the spearmen to attack, is that because they're easy to produce, or are they're good against cavalry?
The spearmen and swordsmen are the exact same cost, and they come from the exact same building.
Okay.
The only reason you would pick spearmen is maybe you want to hold some choke points, and of course they're better against cavalry. The reason you would pick swordsmen is in most situations they are actually better than spearmen, and with a general around they actually gain an attack speed boost and a movement speed boost.
So it's important to keep your general safe?
Yes, you want to keep your general alive and safe. But here's a big deal. You have Saint Masturbin coming into the city with his elite heavy cavalry, irreplaceable guys, trying to raid at nighttime. In fact, if he sent his infantry here together with his heavy cavalry here into this area, he will kill everything. And is that what's happening right now? So he's attacking into here, but he's afraid of these swordsmen. He actually shouldn't be afraid. But Saint Masturbin is a newer player, and so that's just an experience issue. If he committed to this, that's 14 elite heavy cavalry versus just about 24 swordsmen. These swordsmen will get completely massacred.
But that's what you were saying about people being afraid losing their elite units too.
Yes.
I think that was probably him compensating for that. I know I probably would have done that too.
So here I am trying to hold off this choke point to try to protect the Tower of David from a hidden flank, but PendragoN is sending some stronger units, I think, to try to fight back. Fortunately for me, I do have a lot of towers here to help the situation, and now I have better surface area in this battle to fight these units off.
And so the defenders they're tied at morale right now, 81 and 81, but 81's a long way to go to 0.
Yes, 81 is a very long way. There's only 4 minutes left in the game. The attackers have captured basically all of the southern points except this southeast tower. That's good. So you can notice that we basically have no vision of this area because we lost these points. And of course, TMP has a small group of units trying to catch some archers because this little group of swordsmen can actually kill a lot of archers if left alone, because archers do have 3 minimum range as seen here. But yeah, we don't have vision of this area, and we still have 77% morale. It's looking very good for the defenders.
Didn't you say earlier that they spawned in the south, and you haven't seen a game yet where the defenders win?
Yes.
So
I haven't seen a game yet where the defenders win when the attackers spawn in the south, but based on what I'm seeing, there's only 3 minutes left with 77% from the defenders. It's gonna take a miracle for the attackers to win this time. You've got Andronikos Lapardas in the fray, protecting the southwest flank. And we've got another big group of weak levy infantry from PendragoN trying to push up the center into the Syrian Exchange down the street.
Is the Syrian Exchange another thing you can possess to get points to morale?
Yes, so the Syrian Exchange, if you capture it as an attacker, you deal 10% damage to the defenders. In fact, the defenders are losing a little bit.
They are. 76. The attackers are they must be losing a lot of troops.
Yes, I think the attackers have been able to capture points. Unfortunately for the attackers, I have a group trying to... Oh my god, my general has fallen.
Oh boy.
So yeah, you know, losing a general as either side does lose you 5% morale. But here I am, switching my Cataphractos into range mode and having a duel with Dominik. And this is very useful because these are not only very strong units, but they can also block 3 range attacks. So they're great for like taking out foot archers and things like that.
You and Dominik have played this a lot.
Oh yeah, Dominik has played the most aside from me. And now it's the last minute of the game. You can see that there's only 90 ticks left. It's the same speed as these in-game ticks. And basically the attackers have no hope of winning.
Yeah, the defenders are at 76%.
In fact, Tactical.tmp even twisting the knife as he recaptures this southwest point, and I recapture the Zion Gate. PendragoN trying to send his infantry here, but I even like just fight back easily. Unfortunately for the attackers, basically like a few seconds left, and it's not enough. Dominik does have a lot of medium infantry here to try to take over the Syrian Exchange, but I committed my... Oh wow, that was a good volley. Almost killed that cataphract. I do have my cataphracts committed to holding this position, so no quarter given. That's the end.
Wow, so defenders win.
Yeah, this is the first time the defenders have won defending against the South.
So why do you think that happened in this game?
So,
in your expert opinion,
one of the most obvious reasons is Saint Masturbin is a newer player, and this is his first game, I think. So he didn't do terribly. If we look at his kill-death ratio, he still did better than PendragoN, but some of the things he could have done if he was more experienced is that moment where he could have captured the Church of Holy Sepulchre. He could have drawn a lot of the defender units to, you know, try to retake it, because when you when you lose this as a defender, you lose 15% morale immediately, and you slowly lose 1% morale over time.
But did his teammates know this was his first game?
I think they did.
So I guess I would love to hear the conversation that happened, because maybe it did happen. Him saying, "Oh, it's defended," but I don't know why. Maybe someone could have helped him and they could have taken it too. So it's not like all on him as a new player. You know?
Another reason that maybe the attackers lost is maybe Dominik felt uncomfortable ranging out on the east flank and the western flank.
Well, you were being a little bit. What's it called? Torturous? No,
Yes, I was harassing.
You
Dominik.
were harassing him, and isn't there like a call out you can use in Age of Empires when you're harassing people?
Oh, raiding party.
Raiding party. DJ used to do that to me all the time. It was very annoying.
Raiding party. And then 11.
11.
A laugh.
Yes.
Lots of 11s.
So those two reasons, like that point could have been captured, and you think Dominik should have tried harder?
Could have been, no. It could have been anybody. Anybody could have tried harder to take over these flanks and accompany their villagers, and then maybe open up a second flank or even a third flank. Because when you open up more flanks, it forces the defenders to spread their defenses thin, and it's harder to defend each point. You can't defend every point. Then it'll force the defenders to concentrate on holding the Search of Holy Sepulchre or the Syrian Exchange, and that's where you create an opening. Kind of like in boxing, you try to force your opponent to open up his guard, and then you will find an opening and then make a kill shot. But
up there, so if you're up there where you were, those are all guard towers, right?
Yes.
So you can't put a siege tower there; it will get annihilated.
Yeah, but right here you can send siege towers right here. You can send siege towers.
The guard towers can't get you over there.
No, they will.
Okay,
but there's only 6 of them. I left men over here in the southeast Temple Mount because I was afraid that they might open up
I was wondering what they were doing there.
Yeah, even just opening up a new front in this area could divide our forces, because it's kind of annoying having to keep units here but also keep units in the rest of the southern wall. So yeah, they could have opened up more fronts. They could have forced the issue and then kicked us off the Mount of Olives over here, and then open up attack here, or even in the north maybe if they made it that far, or in the west. They could have surprised us if they killed everything here. I do have some light cavalry trying to prevent that, but if they forced the issue, then maybe there could have been a sneak attack on the Tower of David. It's completely undefended. There's not a single, well, I guess there's literally just a single unit here defending. A sneak attack, a sudden sneak attack on this would be devastating, because not only is the Tower of David another one of those hard points where you lose 15% morale and slowly lose morale over time, but it is one of the big ones. It's where you have a lot of unit producing structures.
If you capture it, can you use those to make the units?
No. When you capture these, you can't make units out of them as an attack.
That's a new idea for you.
No. That wouldn't be balanced.
Okay, I don't know about it.
Alright, let's take a look at the stats just for the viewers.
Oh, look at that.
dirtymedic.
Good job, everyone. I don't know.
This is great.
You look at the stats and you tell me.
I do have to say that Saint Masturbin, for his first time, he did pretty good. He understood the assignment almost.
He had a pretty big army too, actually.
Yeah.
Close to his third biggest, right? Because the biggest was PendragoN?
Yeah, PendragoN had the biggest army, I could tell. Just look at the units lost. He hasn't played in a while, so maybe he doesn't realize that the kill-death ratio matters much more in terms of morale, which is why the defenders were able to stay at 100% for so long. But yeah, hopefully, if you liked what you've seen, you like and subscribe. Hopefully we get more viewers, and maybe more viewers translates to more players. And if you do want to play, in the description below you can see that there's a link to the Hermetica Discord server, and that's where most of our players come from. So the players you've seen here, you can probably just message them and ask for a game sometime, or even just leave a comment. Yeah, and I'll reply. Hopefully you had fun. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.